Hello, hello, hello. We are live. KH No Filter Football. We are here to discuss the reaction to Chelsea's quarterfinal win over Porto. Other things as well, including, as you see by the title, why Mason Mount is key to this team. We might have some people that disagree with this on this panel, let alone. But yeah, and also we'll get some of you guys on a bit later as well. You can discuss a few things here. We are here with the godfather of this channel, the main man above me, Kai. Kai. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. How are you guys doing? How people in the chat? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, tell us how you're doing in the chat. Like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Put your notifications on as well. We're about 40 subs away from 1,000, so put them on. But yeah, tell us how you're doing in the chat. Kai does hate that title. He doesn't hate it. He's surprised by it more than anything. Marshall, how you doing, bro?
Doing good, man. Feeling good about everything. Looking forward to tomorrow's game, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Everything's looking good, man.
Finally a Saturday game. I love Saturday games. I can't stand Sunday games and I can't stand Monday games, man. Just keep them Saturday.
As long as it's not lunchtime. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lambs. Thank you very much. Slendz, how you doing?
Yeah, bro. I'm just here to pay tribute to Will, man. Audio only today, so you know what I mean. Just, little tribute.
Yeah, he had his camera on backstage. He had his camera on backstage. You know, I don't understand this.
Nah. I've had connection issues, so I want to avoid that. You know what I mean in the stream. But yeah, guys, I hope you're all well. Hope you're all well.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. So let's get this started, man. Wednesday night, coming off a 5-2 humiliation against West Brom on a neutral ground, ground where we smashed Sevilla 4-0. Yeah, Kai, man, give me your overall thoughts on how you feeling with the result first of all, and then performance second.
I mean, I honestly I didn't think we played that well. I think we just had like two moments of brilliance that led us to the goals. I like I said like on a few shows. I don't know if I said it here, but I am like to the point that I'm starting to get worried about us attacking wise. As much as I love Timo Werner, he's making me like really lose my like. I still like him. I'm still gonna back him. Like I'm not gonna be that guy who's gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy when it's his first season. But at the same time, I'm starting to lose hope. You know, like I'm not as because it's a very sad story. But you know me, I don't like doing sad stories. The reality is not really working out, and so we can't really be like. Acting like everything is fine. We can't do a Chris and be like, oh, he's going to be great next season. We don't know that. We're basically hoping that will happen. Because so far we cannot go back. We can't go to next season with the same attack that we have now because we will struggle. We can't have the same objectives that you know what I mean? We can't have the same objective that we have this time.
Yeah.
Which was apparently according to report, was to challenge for the league, which we failed miserably at doing.
Yeah.
You know, there's other circumstances that we need to take into consideration. But the fact of the matter is, we aren't good enough to win the league, and we need to do something about it.
Yeah,
we need to do something about it. You know, but against the Porto game, we won the game, so nothing to complain about. Even though it wasn't the most interesting game to watch, you know.
No, Marshall. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the biggest thing I take from that is the Werner thing. Yeah, he's got to step up next season, and I can't be having Kai Havertz as a false nine all season because there's no way we win the league. There's no way we make it. We struggle to probably. We'll be in the same position again if we don't improve that. But Marshall, man, how do you feel about Wednesday?
Look, at the end of the day, a win's a win.
Yeah.
Sometimes these teams, these championship teams that are gonna be, dominating Europe for years on end, which I hope this team becomes. Sometimes we got to win ugly, right? That wasn't our best game. It wasn't the most entertaining game either. I watched it twice. It wasn't more entertaining the second time. I'll tell you guys that. So just letting you guys know about that.
Why do you do that? I don't know why you do that.
Just because I had to make sure. These people out here said Jorginho was the man of the match, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I missed something.
No.
But it was a performance. It was definitely a good result considering the 5-2 loss we had the game before, and it was good to see the team react. It was good to see Mason Mount, of all of the players, actually react too, considering he has been having some bad games recently.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, it was a good game. I definitely agree with you guys on the whole Werner thing. Personally, I think it's time that Werner steps aside for a little bit, works his way back into the team, kind of like everyone else has, because there are other players on the bench right now that could be performing better than Werner, but we're not playing them because we want Werner to work. And we're trying to force a triangle into a square peg. Yeah. And we just have to. We it's not working, and the saying isn't if it's not working, keep doing it. If it's working, don't fix anything. But we have to fix something. So,
like, sorry to interrupt you, but do you want to? Because I'm one of those people. When I saw Giroud play, I'm not convinced with Giroud, man, that he can play our pressing game like with the template we do now. We play now. With the way that we play now, I think that's the reason why Tammy was taken off the team, because he doesn't fit the way we play.
Yeah.
And same thing with Giroud. What I would do is I would keep him as a number. I would keep playing Havertz as a number as a false 9, and then I would play 2 natural wingers behind him, or Mount. Like I would play that way rather than, because I don't think Giroud is going to offer us anything. I think we were worse with Giroud up front when we started the game. So I
agree with you at this point. Because what I think happened was when we first started using Tammy with Tuchel, Tammy was poor and Werner was in good form, and slowly but surely Werner has been dropping. Of course, everyone looks at the goals, and the thing about Werner is that we were excusing the goals because he was providing pace, he was providing man marking or whatever. He's pulling away the defense, tearing it apart. He was being dangerous. He provided more than just goals to the team. Now it's not there as much as it was before. I really think that it's time to give players like Pulisic a shot at starting over Werner. It's time to give players like Callum Hudson-Odoi a start over Werner. I think it's even time to maybe try to put in Tammy back in. So we'll see. There has to be something that'll work. And these teams are the teams that we want to try that kind of stuff on, rather than try it against West Ham or try it against Arsenal or try it against Leicester when we play them. So I think now is an opportunity to change a little bit and see if we can get something to work.
I don't know about Tammy. Tammy has the upper strength ability of fucking Alex Morgan. I
agree. I agree, but you never know, because every single player, all of our players, Jorginho, Kovacic, Kante, Kai, Timo, all of our players have improved under Tuchel. We saw Tammy at the very beginning of the Tuchel reign. Who knows? Yeah. Maybe Tuchel has gotten Tammy to be a little better. We'll see.
Kai, I'll get Slendz in a second. But Kai, I've always not liked it. You as well. We've always not liked this formation. It just doesn't get the best out of our tech.
It's so boring to watch as well, Andrew.
Yeah, it doesn't get the best of that attack at all. Look how many I was on a rating show and I gave Havertz a 5, but it wasn't solely down to him. It's because he had to get everyone's laughing at Werner. That dribble. That dribble when he lost the ball.
Yeah.
And in the second half. But look how far he had to go to get the ball in the first one. It was the halfway line. He had to go to the halfway line to get the ball to dribble. And that's the point, is what this formation, really, the midfield is so important to this formation. But it's so defensive that it doesn't get the ball up or anything. But we can discuss that later. But yeah, Slendz, go on, mate. Your thoughts exactly on the other night?
Do you know what, man? If I was to be objective, I'll give you two quick reviews of the game. If I was to be objective, is what I'll say. Yeah, I'll say, listen, for half an hour, we seemed nervous. We seemed like we were still reeling from the last game, the 5-2 game. We were pressed. Listen, we keep getting pressed. And we keep finding trouble, which obviously, listen, for me, that's a red flag. It's a big red flag, because West Brom did that to us, and as you guys saw, we just ate for our midfield. They created more chances. The midfield wasn't great at times. We will carry in Havertz and Werner through that game. They were non-existent. No service to them. Right. This is the objective version. Now, the fan in me, here's what I'll say. I'll say, listen, it's a quarterfinal of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck how you get through, bro? It doesn't matter.
Exactly,
it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a shitty performance. Doesn't matter if what's it called? You don't play well throughout the game. If it's one chance, that's how we won the Champions League. So when it comes to cup competitions like the Champions League, no one will remember the performance. They'll remember the result. The result is 2-0 to us. And listen, an issue we have. I want to go back to a bit of negativity here. The issue we have is that, listen, at the very moment, is that we are doing a one-man's job and two people with our defense. Yeah, we're having 3 defenders when we should have 2. So because we don't have competent defenders, we need to have 3
We're
in there.
scoring in the
to
other
protect
areas of the
rest
pitch, yeah.
Yeah, and it hurts other areas of the pitch because, as we can see, we're not potent. We don't create enough chances, and this issue will catch up to us eventually if we don't deal with it.
Yeah.
The way to deal with it for me is by dropping people that are out of form, is by specifically Werner for me, bringing in the likes of Pulisic or Cho to kind of rejuvenate the squad.
Yeah.
But I want to just shout out a couple of people. Listen, the goal, Jorginho, Mount, both as important. I don't get this. Sorry, Mount was more important, but I mean the pass was good. Mount's goal was very
perfect,
good.
yeah.
I actually thought that would unite our fan base, but apparently the fuck not. People still targeting Jorginho. People still talking about Jorginho. It's all right. It was a great goal by Mount. I give him a lot of credit. It was individual brilliance in a very important game, and I give him credit for that. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay, so you're right. Let's go on the positives. I thought Reece James and Ben Chilwell were outstanding the other night, especially in the second half. I thought they really. But Chilwell, that goal. I know it was like a Trent. It was like a rerun from Trent's goal the previous evening because the defender sort of headed it back. But the way he took it round the goalkeeper and everything was very good. And I thought it was his best performance under Tuchel as a whole. Reece James in the second half, less attacking, but his defensive work was excellent. And I thought he covered Aspie very well on that right hand side.
It was a break house.
And I thought, listen, for me, he's got to do more of that for people to stop saying he can't play right wing back. Yeah, he's got to do more of those performances. So we know he's got it in him. He's now got to improve that. I thought Rudiger was good. I thought second half Kovacic was better in the second half, defensive wise. Jorginho, for me, you can say what you want about that pass. That's a simple pass to me. Mason Mount makes that pass better. I'm sorry. He just does. I'm sorry, guys.
He does make it better. You're right. He does make it better.
I don't know if you guys have the same commentators as I do, but the commentators were bigging up that pass, man. So Andrew, it must be you, man.
It must be me.
Andrew, I'll say one thing about the pass before you go on. One thing. Do you know what it is? I understand it seems like a simple pass, but what I'll say is we don't do it enough this season, bro. We don't pass in between defenders, in between lines.
That's true.
That's why I'm praising it. And you know what? Jorginho's part of that issue.
Yeah, he is. That's where I will praise. This is the part where I will praise that pass because it's a forward moving pass like that. We haven't done that enough. You're absolutely correct, and that's the bigger issue going forward. When we get up there, the midfielders are too slow in what they are doing, so they don't release the ball right away, or they turn back, and don't release it. Mason Mount, great turn. Scored a goal, excellent goal. I don't care how it goes in. If that was Mendy who didn't save that, we'd all be getting on Mendy's back. Are we right? Yeah. It wasn't the hardest of shots, but I don't care. It's our goal. It's in. I don't care. For me, it was like saying I could agree 100% with Slendz. For me, I don't care how we performed. We're 2-0 up in a quarter-final of the Champions League. And I don't care that they've got their 2 best players coming back. They have to score 3 times without us replying. And they have to open up more as well next week as well. So we could hit them more on the counter.
As soon as they open up, Andrew, penetrating them.
They're done, like Mia Khalifa. Mia Khalifa, they're done. Spit roast style. I've got
a question to you guys, though.
No condom, dry.
Bareback, baby, bareback.
Even spit, Marshall.
Do you guys think if we do switch...
Go on, sorry, mate.
Yeah, sorry. And I was going to say, do you guys think if we do switch, let's just say for a weekend, we do switch to a back 4, do you think we are defensively ready to risk it? Do you think we're ready to be more fluid on the basis of our defense, on the basis of our defensive dominance? Yeah, go on.
He didn't switch against Barnsley in the FA Cup. He's not going to switch against Crystal Palace.
I'll be honest with you.
No.
I think it is possible, but it's all dependent on Thiago Silva's form.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, like I think we've said this before. I don't think Tuchel trusts any of those center backs to be in a back 2 by themselves. So I think the only one he trusts is Thiago Silva. So it might be Thiago Silva Rudiger, maybe Thiago Silva Zuma again, maybe even Thiago Silva Christensen. But I think it's going to be it has to be Thiago Silva in the back too.
Yeah, Thiago Silva and Rudiger would be the ideal
I think so.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudiger has been amazing as well, like against Porto. Like
Yeah.
nobody giving him credit, but he was very, very good, man. Other than
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it was like one mistake that he made where he should have just kicked it out, and he decided to be like like Maldini. Other than that, he was good. I was happy with him.
Yeah, he was
He
excellent.
almost
He was
got caught
excellent.
out. He almost got caught out though. I have to be.
Yeah,
the honest.
I said that he had a mistake. Yeah,
he
it was
almost
one.
did. Yeah, he almost did. Christensen was good again, by the way. Christensen, and I know people don't love praising him, but for me, listen, aerial duels, 100% won. Kept the ball well as he always does. But do we trust him in the back four yet?
No.
Question
No.
marks. Question.
To me, Christensen will forever be a Make-A-Wish kid, man. I will never take him seriously as like a number one defender. You know, he's just here because he looks like a good kid. You know, he's from a good family. You know, he probably takes his lunchbox to training every morning. But I could never take him seriously as a starter. You know, center back. You know, like none
No,
of
you're
that
right.
fucking Christensen hype crap, whatever. Nah, no, thank you. I don't know about you guys. If you guys rate him that highly, that you would make him like a starter, but you know.
No,
I don't rate any of our
not in a
defenders
4.
highly.
He hasn't done enough for me to do anything in a 4. Marshall's Instagram is that.
That
right,
works.
Marshall? Marshall,
Yes.
what's your Instagram?
It's a personal Instagram, so
Oh, yeah, that's right. He doesn't
yeah,
do it. Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Marshall's Instagram. If you guys want Marshall Instagram is Marshall likes feet 53. That's
There you go. Yeah, go follow that one.
Actually,
Ugh, gross.
1,000 subscribers, and we reveal what his Instagram. 1,000 subscribers, guys.
Are we gonna be that shameless, Slendz? Are we just like
Yeah, we are. We are.
In the quotes of the Great Will, I
Yeah.
I did not consent for
say,
this.
When I was on GNA TV, I was giving ratings for Mendy. I gave him a 7 because he for me he just did the basics. It wasn't like people go, he had some good saves. He saved, but those are saves I expect him to save. There's not going to be like tipping over the bar. And for me, he set himself high standards. So for 7 for me, it's like that's what I expect.
On that point, though, Andrew,
I
so for me personally, Reece James was my man of the match after a second viewing. But Mendy to me was close, and when you think about it, of all of our games, because we've been so solid defensively, minus the West Brom game, that was the one that Mendy got tested the most, and he stepped up, man. We got to give respect to Mendy, man. Mendy's been so solid this season.
I'm driving the Mendy train. I'm the one, I'm going, we don't need a goalkeeper in the summer. Like, what I mean?
Yeah.
We need a number 2. What I'm saying is, everyone was like going, oh my God, he made some great saves. It's like 8 or 9. I was going, dude, those are regular saves. When I give him an 8 or a 9, it's the lead saves. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Would you really get the number 2? Because Caballero, man, I wish I could his job, man. I wish he doesn't do anything and he get paid like 100 something thousand a year, man.
But he's 39.
That's everyone's dream, man.
We could get De Gea, put him as
the man is so stress-free, he's starting to grow his hair back, man. That's how fucking stress-free
That's because he doesn't do anything. All he does is train. He doesn't go on the pitch.
That's all he does.
I'm taller than Caballero, man. I can
Are you? He's like 6'4".
Bro, I'm
Slendz,
taller
that's
than
not
bro.
a
I'm 6'5".
Slendz, there's no point promising to show your face. We've already seen it. And it's multiple times.
They don't need to know that. This is a different Slendz.
Oh, show your other face. Oh, okay, no problem.
Of course.
But yeah, 96. Yeah, Mendy. You don't have to convince us. We love Mendy.
Yeah.
We love Mendy. There's no Mendy slander here. He's come for all this rubbish.
Love is a big word. Love is a big word, man. But
okay,
I like him. I don't think we need another like. It's a waste of money to get another goalkeeper.
All this slander against him when we had all the clean. Oh, he hasn't done anything. Shut up,
bro. I wish every player we got for 19 million is as good as Mendy is.
Yes.
As far as face value, man.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest compliment I can give the guy, because I think he's not getting enough. He's not getting enough credit for what he's doing. And he costs us absolutely nothing, man. You could argue he's our best signing, and he will almost cost us nothing.
I think he is. I think he is because he hasn't had like a lot of injuries or anything. Do you know what I mean? He's our best. To me, he's up there for Player of the Year consideration. And really, at a club like Chelsea, I don't really want to put a goalkeeper up there for Player of the Year, because at a club like Chelsea, we shouldn't have the goalkeeper as player of the year. Do you know what I mean? It's like it should be
yeah.
one of our attackers that should be player of the year.
We're not
something
Man
like
United, bro. We don't give a
Yeah,
5
exactly.
years
Yeah,
in a row to De Gea, man.
De Gea got it for like
You know
4
what I
years.
Bro, I actually feel bad for De Gea because I actually like De Gea, man.
He's very good. He's just
He is.
you know, he's just
just in the
350
shit form,
grand.
yeah.
He's 350 grand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know, he wanted to go to Real Madrid, so they had to keep him there somehow, you know.
God damn that fax machine. That fax
God
machine.
damn that
Damn
fax
it.
machine.
Yeah. The fax
The
machine.
fax machine, man. Why? The way Spain do business, man. Man. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do it to the fucking fax machines, man.
Hey.
We have fucking scanners, man. Just scan it and send it digitally, man.
So yeah, those are initial thoughts on the game itself. Obviously, we're not through. We know that. Let's touch on a little bit who we might play in the semi-final if we get through against Porto.
Real
Are
Madrid.
we all confident it's Real Madrid?
Yes, Liverpool is one of the worst fucking teams I've ever seen in the Champions League.
Oh man.
Like that assist gave Sassinho was one of the best assists I've ever seen, man. You should be proud, man.
Can I just make a statement? It's not even that bold or like edgy, but if I ever hear anyone tell me that Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best left back in England, I am coming through the screen and I'm smacking the tea out of your hand and I'm backhanding you. Because you need to learn how to watch football. Because I don't care about this whole, he has great crosses and all this type of bullshit. No, this man is such a liability for this fucking team, this Liverpool team, that they literally had to put Wijnaldum next to him to cover his ass. Because he is such a defensive liability. I'm sorry, if you're playing right back, left back, any defensive position, you need to know how. I don't care if it's the new meta. This is how football's played now. No, learn the fucking basics. Do the basics well. Defend. You are a defensive player. Defend first, attack second.
And tongue in my cheek, I said Mendy over Oblak for obvious reasons after being at Atletico Madrid, but definitely Mendy over Alisson. Definitely Mendy over Alisson.
Oh yeah.
Since he's got that porn stash. Since he's got that porn stash.
It's not a porn stash, man. It's something else,
fucking
man.
Luigi Mario Bros up in that man.
No. If it's the mustache that if they find you near a school with that fucking mustache, you're getting sent home, man. That's kind of fucking mustache.
Yeah, but that third goal, my God. I know. I know he's had his dad's passed away, so he's probably not even in the right frame of mind. But you know what I mean? That certainly this season.
Obviously, bro. If you grow that fucking mustache, you're obviously not in the right fucking frame of mind.
No, yeah.
Let me just say something though.
Midlife crisis. Yeah.
Go ahead, Sven.
If we get 100 likes, I'll reveal my face. I do have the same mustache at the moment. So yeah, that's.
Yeah.
That's 100. I don't want to see it, man. I don't want to see it.
No, but Slendz has got this weird thing where his mustache doesn't connect to his beard. It's very weird.
What?
Yeah, you said it. It doesn't connect to his beard. It's like separate. It's like a separate piece.
Find out 100 likes.
I'm trying to get this thing to connect
That's
to my
what
beard, man.
Slendz is, man.
I need beer steroids.
Yeah, so we're pretty confident that Real Madrid are. I mean, they make. We're talking about Modric and Tony. Modric is a pensioner in football terms. They made him look like he was 10 years younger than he is, man.
Yeah.
And Tony Cruz as well. I mean, Tony Cruz is still a wonderful passer.
I love him, man.
Still
one of the best 30 million ever spent on a player, in my opinion, man. Tony Cruz.
My favorite player.
I thought they signed him for free. Didn't they sign him?
No, they got him for 30 million, man. Something stupid like that.
Wow.
Stupid cheap.
They swapped Xabi Alonso. They swapped Xabi Alonso.
They did. You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I gotta say, my favorite player to watch during that game was fucking Casemiro. They could not get past Casemiro, which is why I'm saying if we get Real Madrid, we got to figure out a way to get around Casemiro because that motherfucker is he's a brick wall back there.
Just run fast, man. He even fucking moves like a brick wall, man. Just run fast, man.
Marshall, you're forgetting. If they're fit, the Kante triplets will be playing in that game.
Am I the only one who's not really giving Real Madrid credit because how bad fucking Liverpool is? We seen Aston Villa put 7 past them. We seen Fulham beat them. Like it's like people. See, this is what annoys me about the English media. They act like this Liverpool is a great team. I'm so fucking Mark Goldbridge telling me that they're favorite to beat Real Madrid, man.
Yeah,
are you fucking telling me, man? They have fucking Kabab or fucking what's his name?
Yeah, Virgil van Cabbage. Yeah,
I swear he was playing for Real Madrid most of the fucking game, man. That's how fucking bad they are.
And they should have conceded a penalty as well. That was a penalty. They should have conceded a penalty as well.
And
Yeah.
Klopp was crying about getting a penalty,
Yeah, rubbish.
which to me is amazing because he barely even fucking touched the ball, man.
But
You know,
I
he
mean,
just-
Liverpool.
This isn't the
Liverpool
greatest Real
could make a
Madrid team, though,
comeback,
either.
but I
That's
don't
the
think
main
it's
thing.
gonna.
This isn't the greatest Real Madrid team either.
No,
You
it's
think
not.
about
Yeah.
it. They didn't have
They
Varane.
have been better.
Kai, they didn't have Varane or Ramos at the
Yeah.
back. They
Yeah.
lost Varane on the morning of the game as well. They didn't lose him like the day before. They lost Varane and Ramos. So none of this excuse from Liverpool fans that their defenders were out. Their
Yeah.
defenders were out. And and Carvajal as well, at right back. He was out
Yeah.
as well. So they lost three of
Yeah.
their back four. Three of their back four. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't
Andrew,
even their best
No,
game.
Andrew.
what?
They're the only team who's ever had injuries, Liverpool. You know what I mean?
yes,
The
sorry,
only team
yeah,
in the
yeah.
fucking world.
Yeah.
Bro. That's what it is. You know what I mean?
That's it. Virgin Van Cabbage. That's what he was at the back.
Bro, I've said it once and I said it 1,000 times. Liverpool are nothing more than a fucking historical Leicester, man.
Yes,
There's
at the
nothing
moment they
special
are.
about them.
You're
They had
absolutely
one
right.
good
They
season
are.
to be made up, man.
They're a historical Blackburn as well. They're a historical Blackburn as well. Historical. That's why they're
Literally right now, Jota is saving their season, if anything. Jota has been their best attacker. He came back from injury and he's fucking getting that attacking third pumping again. But I don't think it's going to be enough. And we'll see. They could still come back next game, but it's going to be hard as hell to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you
so
know
that's
what,
what
though,
we
Andrew?
think.
Sorry,
Like,
bro,
second leg's Tuesday, right? It's Tuesday, the second leg, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think so.
Sorry, Slendz.
I was just gonna say, bro. Like when it comes to, you lost me. Yeah, I'm still here. I was gonna say, bro. Like I've always said this about Klopp, man. Like if things aren't going his way, all he is Barney the dinosaur, man. He just gives out hugs and good vibes, man. Literally nothing else, bro. Just Barney the dinosaur. Honestly, wearing a tracksuit and a hat, bro. That's all it is.
Yeah, man.
Listen.
I hope that he didn't do half of the stuff that Barney allegedly did, man.
Let's move on. So you're right. But let's move on to another subject in that title that we had, Mr. Mason Mount.
All right, I'm gonna go. You guys have a good evening, you know.
No, let's all banter aside. We're not over the top like
Yeah.
Johnny sometimes is, and I'm being politically correct there.
Nah, Johnny is already illegal, man. I think it's illegal, man.
But he is fast. He is becoming an important player under Tuchel. We were told he wouldn't be. He'd have less minutes, but apart from the first game and maybe the an FA Cup tie and a Atletico Madrid second leg because he was banned, he has been majority playing the games. People do tend to move the goalpost with Mason Mount. I feel too much, and also it's really weird. You call him shit, but then you're the first one. You're the first to blame him when we have a poor performance or lose. So that doesn't make sense to me either. But yeah, Mason Mount took his chance, played as part of the team, took his goal. He's fast becoming one of the first names on the team sheet in this Chelsea team. Maybe different next season, but right now for me, he's one of the keys to this team. I'll go to someone who might disagree with what I'm saying, Mr. Marshall. No, sorry, Kai. Kai. No banter aside, Kai. I know partly what you do is to wind Johnny up, but tell me about Mount, about how he's performing.
Honestly, I felt like he had a good game, but I've always said Mount has an eye for goal. My issue with Mount, and Marshall knows this, is not the fact that he has these moments, the goals. It's when he doesn't have those moments. It's when he's on the pitch and he overthinks the pass, or when he can't do a pass that's good enough and he gives it away. Whenever he's in midfield and he loses the ball and we just get counterattacks. Like Mount has potential to be very, very good, but at the moment I just feel his passing as a midfielder for me, as an attacking midfielder. That's where my issue with him lies. Like I like him as a player. I think he has a potential to be a very, very good player, but he has to improve on his passing and decision making. That's my issue with him. That's my only issue with him. Because everything else, I always give him credit to. It's not like I'm David and I'm just sitting there saying the guy is useless or whatever. But for me, like growing up, I was watching Ballack, I was watching Lampard, I was watching Fabregas. Those are the midfielders that I like the most. Yeah. And all those midfielders had one thing in common. They all had like a pass that could split a defense.
Absolutely.
And Mount needs that in his arsenal for me to see him as a great player. Like that next level player. Of course, I'm going to give him credit when he wins us the game against Liverpool and what he did today.
Yeah.
He did good, but he still has a lot to learn for me to be able to just go crazy and call him world class, the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh
You know,
yeah. That's overpraise. But
yeah,
you're right.
that's
You're right. Do you feel though, like me, he might benefit more with a change of formation as well in this team?
I think the whole
benefit
team
more.
would. I think the whole team would.
Yeah, I think that as well. I think, like I said at your start, there's a difference between this 3-5-2 or 3-4-3 than the one that Conte had. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference. You can tell. It's more, the Conte one for me was more attacking. Obviously, obviously that's unfair because we had Hazard in that team. Okay, Hazard's a well. I don't care what anyone, I don't care what Arsenal or you Liverpool slanderous fans say. Hazard pisses all over Salah. I don't care how many goals Salah scores from that. He's a better player. He's more talented, and he's a better legacy. But Hazard's a world-class player ever. That's unfair. But I just feel that, this is obviously more defensive. And I feel if we go to a 4-3-3 or even a 4-2-3-1, someone like Mount would benefit, and you probably might see him better and get better. But at the moment, you're not one of... Listen, you will criticise Mount when he deserves to be criticised, and that's fair. But you then won't move the goalposts and expect him to score a hat-trick every game or supply it. But, when, like you said, he wasn't playing well before the West Brom game. We all knew that. He then scored against Porto. We praised him, but we're not overpraising him. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. I don't know why some of this Chelsea fan base can't find a balance of criticism. They either have to go, oh my God, he's amazing. He's so like Frank Lampard. No, he's not like Frank Lampard.
I have a theory that they're overly emotional. They don't have specific love in their own actual life, so they need to find love into that is actually one-sided, but they don't get it. Like Johnny, for example, he thinks Mount knows he exists and he loves him, and there's a connection there. But in reality, it's like it's gotten to a territory where it's just kind of like scary for both sides. The only reason Mason Mount's dad follows Johnny is, to keep an eye on him so he doesn't do anything stupid. But anyway,
he is Mount's dad. Kai, I swear he's Tony Mount. This guy is too much. I swear he's Tony Mount. He's going to pop up and go, it's me and Tony Mount, because he never shows his face.
But jokes aside, it's like that's one thing I said that with the show last week as well. Like, we have a lot of fucking agendas in the club, and it's more about individual players than it is about the good of the team. Like there's some fans who have like Jorginho, who likes Jorginho, but they hate every English player. There's fans who like every English player, but every other fucking player is shit. It's just there's agendas. But at the end of the day, like I saw yesterday on Twitter, somebody was like, why do we have so much, like, why our kids are not getting the chance? Abraham should play. Have you seen Abraham play in a Tuchel system? We tried it and it failed twice, and you got taken up in both of those times.
Half time.
He wasn't pressing. People are like, but he scores goal. But football doesn't live and die by the goals. You have to be able to defend goals as well. You have to be able to what's it called, man? Like to actually be able to do what's been asked of you from the manager. If you're not gonna follow tactical instructions of your managers, what's the point of you being a professional football player?
There's no point whatsoever. But Marshall, your views on Mount?
Bro, I love that picture, man. I miss Barcelona.
See,
Barcelona train, peaceful time.
I am very similar in a sense to Kai, where there are only differences that I lean more towards supporting Mount than I do, just like overly criticizing him. Which I'm not saying Kai does, or any criticism that he has against Mount isn't justified. I'll be the first to admit, just like Kai, that the last few games that Mount has been playing, it's the passing. It's the passing that has been killing me every single time. Overshooting the passing. Completely just losing the ball, not keeping the possession with his passing. But for the Porto game, he stepped up, and we needed him to step up. And you know what it is about Mount that I like? It's not so much that people say like he runs around like just depressing and all this thing, and he's always running around like a fucking aimless dog and all this shit. It's not that. It's that, unlike a lot of our players, he's one of the few players on our team that is willing to take a game by the scruff of the neck. Like, he will take a game and be like, no, this isn't fucking over. We're still going. Up until the 89th minute, he's still trying to win the game, which I feel like in that West Brom game, a lot of the players were just like, Zuma especially, like he's the complete opposite. We lost, there's no point. just kind of just giving up, which isn't in Mason's blood. And look, we were asking Mason to finally step up and do more finishes and be better at the finishing, and he's stepping up. He's scoring more goals than he was before. And my personal opinion, that finish he had against Porto was a good finish. Hit the side netting and everything. Something that Timo can't do. Something that, Havertz has been struggling to do. Not saying that Kai Havertz can't. He clearly can, but it's something that our attackers have been struggling to do, and he did it. So as for the formation change, I don't know if the formation change is going to help him or benefit him. I do like that when he is in the right forward or the left forward position, that he finds the gaps in the defense and makes his own opportunities, which I do appreciate that a lot. Unlike our other players that haven't been doing that, and that turn that he has is his signature Mount turn now. But yeah, at the end of the day, I want players playing that are informed, players playing that are doing well. And if Mount is doing well, and if Mount can do what he did for Porto, but better, and continue it, better passing and all that stuff, dude, I 100%, he deserves to be on the team. 100% he deserves a start, and 100% this kid has the potential to be a superstar. He has the potential to be the next Lampard if he keeps up like this, and he improves on those passing and improves on the finishing and does all those things that we're asking him to do.
That's an argument to me of what you just said. Stop comparing him to Lampard.
Yeah.
As a player, you can't do it. It's like when they, I want to find out whoever originated that last season about Tammy being like Drogba. I don't know what you're taking.
Bro, Drogba has more muscles in his ass cheek than Tammy has in his whole fucking
He's got
body.
more muscles in his hairband. He's got more muscles in his hairband than Tammy Abraham does. But yeah, that's the thing as well. I know you said it, Marshall. I'm not getting on to you, but it's like,
yeah,
you can't.
In my opinion,
hang on. Sorry, if they actually look at Lampard in 22, he wasn't the free scoring midfielder he became. Yeah. Okay, so if Mount was 22 now and playing, he'd be getting abused as well because he was not the same. He's not the same player at all. And I don't know where Slendz is going, but okay.
He's going to be back.
Okay. But sorry about it. But yeah, that's what I mean. To stop comparing these players to other players. Let them grow into
I don't really want to compare him to Lampard, mostly because like the thing that Mason has that Lampard never had is like Mason has a little bit of flair in him. He has that dribbling ability that Lampard wasn't really known for his dribbling ability, right?
Come on, though. But Lampard was a good dribbler, though. I'm not having.
No, he was, but like. Comparing it to like how Mason's style play is, like Mason does have a little bit more dribbling ability.
Yeah, it's different.
It's different. Like you remember it was the Atletico game, right? Where he dribbles past the two defenders, goes right in between them. And even this game, the half turn and all that stuff, like it's prominent. You know that at the age of 20, he's 22, right? I believe he's 22.
Yeah.
At his age right now, he can develop into a solid dribbler, solid shot maker, and just being an energetic box-to-box midfielder. So there's a lot of potential there, and even to be even better than Lampard. But we'll see. At the end of the day, Lampard is Lampard, Mason Mount is Mason Mount.
No. What we're saying is this, and that's the thing as well. It's like I'm never ever going to compare him to Lampard. Lampard's 1 in a million player. Same like whoever's left back. I'll never compare him to Ashley Cole because that's unfair. Ashley Cole for me is, as you know,
especially you have fucking Alonso in his career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyone compares Mendy to Czech, please stop doing that. Please stop doing that.
Mendy's good. Mendy's good,
but Czech's a legend.
I would
let alone us.
I would put Mendy between Courtois and Czech. I would put him in between them.
I've no, but don't.
But
put
I would put them above them both. I wouldn't put them above. I think they're both less than him.
Never put them next to Czech.
I think he's miles better than Kepa. He's miles better than Kepa.
Yeah, but never put him next to Czech at this club.
No. Nobody can be close to Czech. Czech in his prime was a monster.
Never ever, unless he has a career. Unfortunately, unless he has a career like Czech. But Mendy's 28, so he's probably not going to be here that long to have a career like Czech. So.
No, he's a goal. You say that, but he's a goalkeeper. He can
we can go for another 7 years.
Didn't Czech play until he was 30, 33, 34. So he has the ability.
Czech started.
Technically, still plays for us.
He started 22 with us, didn't he? So he had like 10 years. But you see what you've people are watching this right now. You've witnessed something very extraordinary in this Chelsea community, right? You've witnessed a Mount discussion where people haven't been shouting at each other, and we had a realistic opinion of Mount. You know,
Yeah, because Johnny's not here, and he's not like.
well, it's just whoever's not here. But you know what I mean? It can
And
happen, guys.
Johnny, if you're watching this, when I say that I don't like you arguing, not because I don't want to argue with you, it's because I'm scared you're gonna drop dead, like on the middle of the stream, man, from a heart attack, man. At your age, you should calm down, man. Calm down. Have a glass of like cranberry juice and calm down, man.
This is a health alert from Kai.
For Johnny, man. Just because we care, Johnny.
We care, Johnny. Do you? Yes, we do. But yeah. So that's see, we've done it. We don't have to spend an hour on Mount or even half an hour on Mount. We've done it. We don't have to go overboard like we've seen on other streams, and that's how they do it. That's fine, but we can go on about it. So yeah, Mount is key at the moment. He's playing good. You know, we're not going to overpraise him. Great goal, great turn, fantastic. We love that. We don't care how hard he hit it. It went in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? That's all we care about. If it comes off his backside in the next round, we don't care. We'll praise that as one of the greatest Chelsea goals of all time. So we'll get us through to a final. We don't care.
Oh, if we win the.
Oh, hello. That was it. Marshall, you still with me? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still with you.
Okay, cool. I don't know what's that.
I don't know what he was going to say.
Oh no, the Johnny Hive has got to him. Oh god.
They hacked his internet.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're right, bro.
We can hear you now.
We can hear you now, man.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we thought Johnny's Wi-Fi had got to you or something like that, man. But yeah. So we've gone over that. We've gone over Porto. Let's take
Andrew, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I just put my 2 cents on the Mount situation?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, you go ahead.
I'll go for it.
Listen, here's what I'll say. I'll say the criticism he received,
Yeah.
Whether people like it or not, it was deserved, right?
Yes.
From us.
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
And the reason being, it's unfair on him a little bit because it was Frank Lampard based,
Yeah.
Because the way I saw it is that he overplayed him. There's no
Very
doubt
much
about it. For a 22-year-old or 21-year-old at that time, he was overplayed, and he was someone who was played even through bad form, which was frustrating for us as fans. I've said this 100 times, But for me, if I see improvement in his output in the final third, then I'll start respecting. I'll start putting more respect on his team, and he's been doing it. But what I'll say is last point for me, bro. Yeah, it has. But one last point for me is that listen, the slander comes from the overhyping of this guy, man. Don't overhype him. Just understand what he is. He's someone who can be a very good player for us. Very good player for us. But we have a problem as a fan base. When we're not successful, let's not overhype anything, bro. Until we're successful, until there's success on the table, until there's trophies on the table, we can start talking.
Yeah.
But for now, bro, we need to understand that we're behind City, right? And it's a major problem.
Yes.
Like, it's a major problem. And we need
way
to catch up to
behind
them
City.
before.
We're way behind.
Of course,
City.
and before we do,
In fact, can I be
like,
honest with you? We're behind Man United. We're behind Man United.
We are.
We're behind.
And until we do, I'm not gonna overhype anyone, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I think that's why, when after the summer, whatever transfers we get in, if someone comes to me and they go, "Oh yeah, so where do you think you'll finish?" This is my answer to them. Ask me that question on February the 1st. Yeah, of 2022. That's after the January transfer window, and I need to know where we are. Because let's face it, we all overhyped this transfer window, and we were all going. The front four. It's going to be Werner, Pulisic, Havertz, and Ziyech, or Dream 4. We're going to win the league. Some of us said, "Pray for our rivals." Big up to you, monster. But yeah, that's what I'm not.
No, don't encourage him, Andrew. Don't encourage him. Never do that again, man. The amount of faith I got for that
That's what he
speech.
said. No, I think what we have to do though is whoever we sign, if we somehow get Haaland, I'm not going to say he's going to score 20 or 30 goals. I don't know, okay? Because I thought Werner was going to do that, okay? So that's what I'm going to temper. I'm going to go. So ask me again on February the 1st, 2022. Ask me then. Then I can tell you how the season's going. That's what I'm going to do. But yeah, let's do. Do you want to do a little preview for Crystal Palace tomorrow?
Crystal Palace. What do they call the Eagles?
The Eagles. They are.
Tesco Valley.
Bonus point for Kai. Bonus point for Kai. Bonus point for Kai. Yeah. So.
I remember when they used to have cheerleaders, man. That's the only time they were worth watching.
They were great cheerleaders. The Hammerettes.
What up?
Alexis, how you doing, man?
Здравствуйте, пацаны.
We just had Alexis,
I don't know what he said, but it sounded cool.
You missed history, Alexis. We just discussed Mason Mount without shouting at each other. So that was cool.
Fucking hell. How that happened?
I don't know. It's very, very, very therapeutic. But yeah, we were just being realistic about him. That's all, not overpraising him, not slandering him. Something that other people can't do. But yeah, and let's see your, because I didn't get to hear much of your thoughts on the monster thing because other people were talking over you. But what? And I've seen your review of the Porto thing. But give me your a couple of days off now, Porto, man. What are you thinking looking back at it?
Man, it was a great result. Like, it's Champions League quarterfinal. You know what I think is very telling? We have been so shit for so long in the Champions League that people forgot what it's like to play those quarterfinals and those semi-finals. They're never open, expansive games.
No. 7 years.
7 years. So for me, it was exactly what I expected. It's a first leg. It's going to be tight. And yeah, man, it worked out to be a great result. I wouldn't say we could have easily won that game 5-0, but at the same time, we could have conceded and made it tricky. Like, Aspi missed the sitter. Kai Havertz, I don't know if it was offside or not.
It was. Werner was offside.
And then there was what's it called? The Pulisic chance that if it's an inch lower, that's in.
Yeah.
So Werner's header too.
No, but no. You see, you can't put that on him. Marshall, I see you. You little stir. I see you. Don't get me aggravated.
Anyone else?
He's acting
if that was Giroud, that was
smiling.
in.
He's a smiling assassin.
Bro, but it's as simple as saying, "Oh yeah, if I had 6 inches more, my girl wouldn't leave me."
I'm just saying, it's an opportunity. It was an opportunity.
I think he should have scored that. Honestly speaking, I think
it was a clear-cut header. How's he gonna head it at?
No, I get it, but as a striker, you know what it is. As a Premier League striker, like I don't care how tall you are, bro. Like I've seen short people have great headers, right? I understand it's not a strength, but it's a chance, bro. It's still a chance. Do you know what I mean?
I agree, Slendz. Like it's a chance, but I don't think to say it's a sitter. Like,
can I just say,
it's not a sitter. I wouldn't say
Slendz, can I just say, Werner hasn't proven he's a Premier League striker yet.
Thank you.
But I agree with Alexis. That Azpilicueta header is the most glaring one for me. I mean, that was right in front. The goal, if he hit that on target, that's him.
Andrew, he cleared that. He cleared it. I don't know why, but he cleared it.
Yeah, he cleared it. You're absolutely right. Yeah, he cleared it. But carry on, Alexis, man. Sorry, man. You carry on.
But no, man, it's a great result. Like, it puts us in good position now, and I'm excited in it. Yeah. I just can't wait till next week. I'm super excited.
Tuesday, bro. You only have to wait till Tuesday, It's only Tuesday. Back there again. Could we win for the third time on that ground?
I've got a question for you guys about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a must-win, right? As in, any less than a win, and we are fucked. Like,
we're dead. We're dead, man. Yeah, we're dead. That's what. Please, Chelsea, go. Chelsea fans, stop looking at Manchester United. Please stop looking at Manchester United. It's about securing third or fourth. Just get that. Don't worry about Man United, man. We're not in that. Well, actually, you know what you're going to be, Chelsea fans? You're going to support in Man United on Sunday against Spurs. That's what you're going to do.
Aren't Leicester going to play West Ham as well?
They are. Yeah.
So that's also very good for us. If Leicester can do us a favor, or if they can get the draw, it'll be perfect for us.
For me, I want a West Ham win.
Okay.
And the reason I want as many teams getting sucked into it as possible.
Yeah.
Because then it just puts pressure on every game.
Let's find the way that it is, Alexis. I don't want any more heartache, man. Lampard gave me enough of that, man. I want to relax now. I want to enjoy football,
Oh, man. By the way, guys, do you think we're playing attractive football? Because you see a lot of insiders coming out. The Chelsea insiders that that are on the payroll. They're like, oh, we're pragmatic now. We don't play expensive football anymore.
When did we play that under Tuchel? Were we playing that under Tuchel at the start? Can I just say...
Monster calls it box-to-box ball.
That's fine.
Under Frank.
Do you know what it is? To me, it's the business end of the season. It's results. Don't care about how we perform. It's results. That's all it is. Business, you want to play? Fine. Tomorrow, I hope we win. Of course, I want us to win. But if it's the worst game this season that I see us play, I don't care. It's 3 points. We move to Porto. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
I don't care.
To get Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. No one. Hello. Does anyone remember how we played in the Champions League final in 2012? Because that wasn't attractive football.
Terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
The whole campaign.
Who cares?
I don't know what you're talking about. That 2-2 was epic. I love that.
Bro,
that was heart attack, man.
You know what's pissed? what pisses me off, like, right? Like whenever we had Lampard on, I know I don't want to talk about Lampard either, but it is what it is. Whenever Lampard was here, then all of a sudden is like, oh, there's football. At least our football is good. Blah blah blah. Even though our football is shit. So to all those people who are saying, oh, we are playing pragmatic football, your fucking dads should have done something pragmatic and fucking pulled out, man. I swear to fucking God, man. These are fucking idiots. They're hypocrites, and I'm tired of them, man.
Guys, do you know what it is? When they say we're playing pragmatic football, do you know what it means to me? That we're clawing our way back.
But we're not.
That's what they used to say when we were winning leagues. We're boring.
But we're playing like before when the people call us boring. We barely had possession. We were the team who was always behind the behind the ball trying to defend.
Yeah.
But now we literally always have possession. We always try. The issue is the formation doesn't fit the way that we want to play. But the actual way we play is actually quite nice. Like we see how we pass the ball and stuff. We're always in control. Yeah. So people can't say it's the same like the old football because it's not.
Because we're not winning 3 or 4-0 every game. That's why
Andrew, can I just say, Andrew, you compared it to Conte ball, right? But do you know what I'll say? Conte ball had the right personnel.
That's why I said it wasn't fair when I was comparing them.
The thing is, I wanted to actually address it before, but obviously Lampard had my Wi-Fi just all corrupt and stuff. But it is, bro. Like we had the Hazards, we had the Fabregas, and we had the Costas, right? Those three aspects. They made us a team that can just counter, just put the ball over the top. Unfortunately, we don't have those assets now. But what we do have,
Victor Moses, Slendz.
Of course. Yeah. What we do have is a counter pressing. Yeah, and a counter pressing should allow us to get the ball further up the field. But unfortunately, when we get pressed, that's why I'm worried. That's why the first 30 minutes I was a little bit like, you know what, Porto are doing a very good job. The press was very organized, and that's when I was worried. But if we can dominate games and with the right personnel, we can actually become a very attractive team.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I think we're missing a lot of players. Like, to be like, I'll be honest.
Yeah. See, I think what we're missing is seniority. You know, like the players you mentioned were like they were Chelsea, they were the prime of their career, right?
Yeah.
Like Costa already had a few good seasons after played the promotion. Then we had Courtois come back, and he already played Champions League. When we had like Mourinho first come back, right?
Yeah.
We always had seniors. Now all of a sudden, I don't fucking know why Chelsea is doing it. We're building teams based on value, like future value, and in the future that might be good, but right now Chelsea needs players who are good at the moment, man.
It's no spine.
Like right now,
the thing is, they buy players with resale value. That's the key thing. Yeah. That's the key thing. Everyone they sign, they're either at the very end of their career where they're gonna come in and do like a quick £15 million. Or it's someone that they're going to spend 40, 50 on, and they think one day we can sell them like we did with Hazard.
Yeah.
It's so annoying.
But for me, we need a world class 25, 26-year-old, 27-year-old in every position right now. If I'm honest, if we want to challenge, because as much as I like the players that we have now, they need someone senior that plays in their position around them. You know. Because they're not gonna be like, I see potential. Like I am very, very optimistic with Havertz. I think he's gonna be an amazing player. But when he looks around him, all he sees is kids. All he sees is Pulisic in his wheelchair, Adoy, you know, like hot and cold. You know, it's like it's not motivating for any player to develop that way, man. Like we need actual talented players. We need like experienced players. Enough with this.
I got a question for you guys
man.
then.
Yeah,
Kai, and everyone like. What is your optimal formation for next season then?
4-2-3-1. Easily.
4-2-3-1.
Okay. I wanted a 4-3-3, but
4-3-3 for me.
Okay, so if we're gonna go with that 4-3-3 like hybrid, Mendy's here to stay, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Reece here to stay.
Yeah.
We need 2 centre backs, or do you trust any combination?
No, not this one centre back rubbish I'm hearing. 2 at the minimum.
No,
Alexis, you know
I think we need one. We need very good one.
I think we need one top center back.
Okay.
He makes the other person better. That's how.
But who's his partner then? So who? Because we can't count on Thiago in it. Like it's not fair. He's 37 next year.
Yeah, it's not fair.
Yeah.
Would you? So are you confident in a Christian partner in him?
Would you rather spend money on 2 center backs who are world class, or buy one world class center back? And then another world-class midfielder or an attacker, because we need a world-class player in every position. Spend money on 2 defenders. Defense is not our issue, though. Like right now, defense is not our issue. Our issue is actually scoring goals.
I think we got issues all over.
Creativity.
We got issues all over.
I don't think defensively you have an issue. Like I think we need one world-class
Go to four.
player.
Not
Go
all this
to
manager.
four.
Not all this manager. We don't have an issue defensively. For me, not all this manager.
The
man.
thing is, right?
Organised.
So is Rudiger the guy next to the other defender for you guys, or Zuma?
I think Rudiger's been good, man. I think Rudiger's getting a lot of slack, man. He might be a bit like brain dead, you know. Sometimes you feel like he's, you know, like he's special, you know, if you know what I mean. But you know,
the issue is that
under Tuchel,
all
he's been
three of these
consistent.
guys, all three of these guys have had good parts of the season. So Zuma actually in a 2, that was his best since before that injury he had. You know, not only was he defending well with Thiago, we have to emphasize that's with Thiago, but he was also scoring. He was our most deadliest weapon at corners as well, scoring like 5 or 6 goals or something like that. But then, did you trust him if Thiago goes out with a Rudiger or a Christensen in the back 4? Yeah, I'm not that 100% confident in that.
I don't. But would you? I just feel like if we spend too much money on defense alone, it's not going to benefit us as much. Because I don't think we're that bad defensively that we need a whole new back line.
We need the Diaz.
I understand that, though.
The thing is with Tuchel right now, he has us so solid in the defense that I feel like if we get, because there's a good chance Thiago's going to sign again and he'll be back with us next season because he's been so good and he hasn't really, other than the injury, he hasn't really shown any signs of aging or slowing down really. If we get one solid center back, I agree with Kai. I think our biggest issue isn't so much the defense, it's the fact that we aren't making enough opportunities for our defense. When we lose games, it's most likely because we lose that midfield. I think we need someone better than Jorginho, someone better than Kovacic, someone better than Conte, because let's admit it too. Conte, we don't know how much longer we can get this Conte, right? Conte is in his prime right now.
I agree with you.
This is the issue now.
Yeah, we don't need defensive players. We need creative players. Our issue is creativity. Our defensive, like I think between Kovacic and Kante, we have like the best like ball retention out of anyone, any team, man. Other than City, we're the
but when
only
you
team
think about it, they're not actual
man.
CDMs. They're not
Exactly.
We
proper
don't need
defensive
CDM.
mids.
What is this CDM? We literally have the best CDM on the planet in Kante.
He's not
man.
a CDM.
CDM is not
Not a
an issue.
CDM, though, Kai. He's not
Not
a traditional
for me.
CDM.
Yeah,
But
you
even
see,
then,
this is
if you put Conte in CDM, who do you partner him with? You're going to partner him with Jorginho, who's a regista, or Kovacic, who's more of a center mid?
We're gonna play with CMs. If we're gonna play 3-4-3-3, like I know Tuchel is going to, even though I prefer the 4-2-3-1, he's gonna play with one DM and two
Okay,
CMs.
but then this is my question for you, Kai.
Go on.
Yeah.
What does this mean? Like, so I'm guessing we say Chilwell stays. Midfield 3,
Yeah.
how many do we buy? Because Kovacic and Kante are very similar but different. Like,
Yeah.
I almost consider they should be fighting each other, right?
Yeah.
You need a playmaker and a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah, but
two.
Alexis, do you know what we need?
Hang on,
right?
let Alexis land.
Go on,
No. That was me just gone.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know what we need? I know people might think this is a bit out of order, but Matic, someone like Matic, not him, but someone like because he was very cultured on the ball. Yeah.
I know where you're going with this, Slendz. I know where you're going with this, man.
No, I'm actually not going anywhere. I'm not going. I'm staying here, bro. I'm not going anywhere. His passing ability was very underrated. Yeah. And he was a destroyer as well. That's what we need, bro. We need a combination of the two. Now, listen, Rice obviously comes up, but for me, Rice. I would take him.
Not worth
if
the
he was
price.
80 mil. If he was at 80 mil, I would take him. But
Yeah.
You know who I would take instead of it?
Bissouma.
Douglas Costa. No, not Douglas Costa. Douglas Luiz.
Douglas Luiz.
I like him. I really like him.
Very
He's a great
underrated.
defensive midfielder.
I like that.
Great
Very
on the ball.
underrated.
Great on
Very
the ball.
underrated.
I like
Douglas
Bissouma.
No, I would prefer us to get like an attacking midfielder or a creative midfielder. rather than,
Hang on, Alexis. Don't
yeah.
Villa currently have a Chelsea player on loan?
Yeah, but they don't want him now, apparently.
Damn.
Who?
He's done so bad at Villa.
Ross
They don't
Barkley.
want him.
Ross
It's his
Patrick Buckley. No, thank you, man. Keep
It's
him
his
there, man.
injury record. So
Oh, for God's sake!
I'm sorry, guys. His name is Kyle Zizou. Just so you get it right. Sorry.
Like, but what Kai's saying though, I do like the idea of getting another 10 because if you do play the 4-2-3-1, 4-2-1, 4-2-3-1 right? Am I getting it right? Yeah, 4-2-3-1.
1-2-5.9.
I like the 10, but the thing is that we
But
already.
we don't even have any eighth, Marshall.
Yeah.
Which eighth do we have? Mount is not really an 8. His passing isn't the best.
Here's the
We
thing.
don't even have an
Here's the
8.
thing. If we're getting a creative attacker, right? A Cam, I don't think it's that necessary because I really liked seeing Havertz as a Cam when we played him for a few short games as a 10 when he was still kind of adapting. I still really like him as a playmaker. And Mason, we've seen Mason can play that. He just has to improve his passing. And I know you don't like this guy, but next season maybe we have RLC back and maybe he plays that position too. So I really think we should be focusing on the center defensive mid because that also helps the defense.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know you don't like it, but I like what I've seen of Ross Barkley. Not Ross Barkley. Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
He barely plays for Fulham. That's one. Second of all, he's as fucking reliable as a fish outside of water, man. The guy is he's always injured. He never can play fucking football. And when he does play, he doesn't impress me. He's not Chelsea quality. I'm sorry, man. People need to get that. He's not reliable, man. He's not reliable. Stop with this wet, youth
Tuchel, do the right thing.
It's not gonna work out.
Do you know what it is? It's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream, bro. RLC, throughout the youth, 2015, 2016, he's been here the whole time. We want to see him become this guy. He's never gonna become that guy, guys. I'm sorry. He's not, man. Let it go.
Slendz is spot on. I think the pipe dream, last year, it was Gilmore, Mount, Reece James, Tomori, Tammy, Hudson-Odoi, and everyone was like, all 7 of them were going to win trophies with it. Look, realistically, only 2 of them play, and Hudson-Odoi plays a bench role. And I'll be honest, if we win a league title, it'll be 2 of them, and Hudson might not even be here.
Exactly. Reece and Mount.
Reece and Mount have proven themselves. The other 5 haven't, and they've had chances.
Yes.
And I know that sounds.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Chances. Yeah.
Are we gonna have the Odoi talk? I want to have the Odoi talk with you.
Let's have it.
I'll gladly have the Odoi talk.
Do you guys think this guy has been massively overrated by our fans, and he is massively underwhelming when he plays, man? Because I haven't been impressed with him since ever he threatened that he's gonna transfer request.
Yeah.
I've never seen that much special thing in him. People compare him to Hazard or whatever, but for me, I've never seen a top player in there. I've seen a very good player, but I've never seen a top player, man.
Can I go first,
guys? A title winner.
Can I go first? Just quickly, listen. Here's what I'll say, Our fan base, again, here's what we do, right? Once someone goes out with an injury for a long time or gets dropped for a long time, here's what we do as fans. Bring him back. He is our savior. We're doing it with Tammy at the very moment, and we're doing it with Odoi. Because he's been dropped and we're having trouble in our, obviously, offensively or whatever, the left wing, we always think, he's going to come back and rejuvenate everything. That's not how it always works, bro. Tuchel, he saw some tricks in him that he didn't like, and he dropped him. And if he brings him back, I'll support the decision. But he's not our savior, bro. He hasn't proved that he can. He hasn't proved that he's a world-class player who deserves to start every single week. So until he does, I'm not putting my stocks in him. But I do believe Werner has to be dropped, right? And I do believe he should be one of the options we should explore, along with Pulisic.
Yeah. For this season. For next season, we have to explore the options of another winger, man. I'm sorry, we have to. We have to, man. Him and Pulisic are not, man. They're not
and
reliable, man.
And Ziyech. Ziyech is reliable.
Not just a winger though. He's not really a winger though.
You know what though? I think Kai and Slendz are partially right. I think talent is there for me. I every time I see him, his vision, he creates really well. The problem with him is he doesn't play regularly enough and put enough numbers, but he's 20. How many players unless you're world class and you're going to be Jadon Sancho or Mbappe, how many people actually put up those numbers? For me,
I get that. But are we in a position as a football club, the way that we've been for the last 4 years, 5 years, going in and out of Europa League, ready to give that time to a 20-year-old to develop?
We shouldn't.
On our behalf, while we get started behind. I don't think we should. I think we need to get that player who's going to replace Hazard, because I like the idea of Pulisic, but that idea is not going to happen, man. Come on, the guy is always injured. He's not reliable. He's not reliable.
Hassan, go on.
I'm saying, what's if we don't have time to develop or give patience? And what's the point signing a player like Haaland? I know he's young.
Haaland's a finished product. He's an end product already.
But wouldn't it be smart to go for someone like you said, experienced, someone like Harry Kane,
But you're not going to get Harry
No,
Kane.
no. I like
Guy
Harry
wants
Kane,
to
but he
play
was injured.
central foot as well.
I would have taken that if he said Lukaku Hassan, but
No, you
No.
know the problem with Harry
Lukaku,
Kane is
yes.
you're negotiating with Spurs and you'll be negotiating with them to the end of the transfer window. Do you know what I mean? You're negotiating on the day, and that's it. And then you might not get him.
Here's the thing, though, with
injured. No,
here's the thing with Cho.
Injury prone players, though. I don't want
It's
injury
come
prone
out
players.
today. It's come out today or the last few days. Apparently Haaland's just looking for the best financial package. Okay,
I got no issue with that.
Exactly. I love it. Do you know what? I love this kid. I love this kid's attitude. He's an arsehole, and that's what we need up front. He's an arsehole, and that's what we need up front. We need that. That's what Diego Costa was.
Some cocky
That's
guy.
what Didier Drogba was. That's what Nicolas Anelka was. They were all arseholes. And this
Always
guy is
Lukaku.
it. He just wants to know how many zeros you're putting on the weekly wage. And if I was Roman Abramovich, I'd ask him, how much do you want?
Answer Hassan's question though about like what's the difference what's the difference between Haaland and Adoy? The difference is massive. The difference that Haaland is already very good and has the potential to be like top class, world class, top like 3 in the world, while Adoy is on and off to above average to good to very good.
Physicality too.
And he's not at the moment where he is now. He's not even close to where Haaland is as a striker, and that's where I have issue. That's where I have issue. And I think on his day for me, Pulisic is even better than Adoy for me at least.
Yeah. And the other thing to talk about, to touch on Cho, is that look, I think it would be really stupid of all of us to say that there isn't potential in this kid. Like we see there is potential in him, but he can develop just like Foden developed off the bench. When we need him, when a player isn't performing like a Werner, come on, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what you're capable of, and then we'll talk from there. But we don't have to force him to play just because he has these really great moments and he's looked really good. We don't have to like, oh, he's the next star. He has to play. We don't have to make him another Mason Mount. We really don't.
No, but you know what, Marshall?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong in that aspect with the Foden. Because with the Foden thing, there's so many good players at Manchester City, it's justifiable why Foden wasn't playing. With Hudson-Odoi, he's not had the right development with his injury. I think people forget, like, he has to go on loan.
He had a really bad injury.
He needs to play regular football, because if you don't play, you're stuck.
Yeah, I think Odoi has had chances though. He has had chances to prove himself this season. He came on against Atletico Madrid when we were already winning and cruising in that game. He had 2 chances to finish it off, and he missed both chances.
You know what I would say though, I think we still haven't. Cho hasn't really been playing much in his natural position.
What's his natural position?
He hasn't.
Left wing.
Left wing.
His natural position is left wing, and he's this season. He didn't get played by Lampard, and now when he started playing on the Tuchel, he's put him a right wing back. So,
Alex, but is he better?
He's not better than any of our other wingers, though. That's why.
Yeah, but Pulisic hasn't been that consistent either. Like, only
Pulisic has been picking up form, though. He's been picking up form in the last couple of games.
Only recently.
Do one at a time.
That's why you can't judge Callum Hudson-Odoi like that either.
Bro, they've all been shit. Let's be honest. Every single one of them has been shit, and they're the reason we're in this situation.
You know what the frustrating thing is about Hudson-Odoi? Like, he comes off the bench and he plays really, really well, and then he looks like he deserves to start. But when you start him, he doesn't really perform to the expectations we have. And it's just that little loophole of Hudson-Odoi. Like, you make him come off the bench, he plays well. As soon as you start him, he doesn't do anything that much. So we just really need. I think we just really need a creative winger, someone like a Sancho. So
I just think he needs to get that drive again, because I've seen Hudson-Odoi under Lampard where he wasn't being played. He wanted to prove a point. He proved a point to Lampard, and fair enough. Lampard didn't play him, which I thought was absolutely disgraceful. But he showed that hunger and desire. Under Tuchel right now, he's not showing enough for me. He showed it during Everton, but then he had that stink against Atletico when he came on as a sub. And like ever since, he's not really had that much of an opportunity yet. So I think we're still being a bit too harsh right now.
Okay,
Fabio,
so
can I
do
ask
any
you a
of you
question
think he's
though?
gonna start
Wait,
tomorrow?
can I ask Fabio a question though, real quick? Because I'm not trying to
Yeah,
make this
go on.
about a Lampard thing, but so when Tuchel doesn't play Cho because he's not showing the hunger and desire, why is it disgraceful when Lampard doesn't do it? Maybe Lampard saw the same thing. He didn't have the hunger and
Under
desire.
Lampard, it wasn't the same. Under Lampard, every single time I saw this guy getting subbed in, he performed every single time. The
Like
one
against
time
Man
where
City.
people actually got onto
Yeah,
him, which I thought was unfair, was the game against Leicester, where we lost 2-0, where everyone had a shit performance, and they got
yeah,
onto him because he
but
finally got the
Fabio,
start he deserved.
Fabio, this is what I said before. Under Lampard, it was the same thing. When he started, he didn't really do much. Like, he didn't really do much when he started. So how could you really
He
blame
started
Lampard?
one
No, I
game.
disagree. Hassan, it's as
One
simple as this.
game.
Tuchel's winning.
No, there was a few games
Tuchel's
where
winning. Whilst you're winning, do whatever you want. We can't complain. Once results start going south and you start doing the same thing over and over again, fans ask questions. That's
Here's the
why
thing, though,
Lampard.
And here's the thing,
Alexis,
and
I
here's the
agree
thing,
with
he
you,
started
and that's
him
the
again
thing
against-
about Fabio. That's the thing about Cho. He had 2 good games in right wing back. Then he started putting James, and James started performing. Then we started putting him in the attacking third, and he started underperforming. So, like, I don't know, man. I agree. If the player performs, play him, right? But at the same time, if he drops off like he did under Lampard as well, not just Tuchel, then he doesn't start every fucking game.
And I think,
Can I was gonna say something about Hudson
Well,
Doyle?
and I think,
like,
yeah, go on.
We're going Chris.
yeah, I was gonna say the thing about Hudson Doyle. We know. I think to me, he's probably our most talented youth player, right?
Arguably, Mason Mount.
Arguably, but
I mean,
yeah,
talented,
I
like,
agree. He's up
like,
there.
What
He's one
he
of them.
can do.
He's one of them.
Yeah,
He's one of them.
like he's a very talented player, but like the thing what lacks of like Hudson Doyle is sometimes he can have bad decision making and it's bad shooting. Like
100%. 100%.
yeah,
He
like
can't
it's,
shoot.
it's,
He can't
yeah,
control,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
He
He
can't
can't shoot as well.
That's one thing I miss
It's the
about him.
things he does lack,
Back
and
in the Surrey days, when he
I
used
was
to
gonna say,
cut
like,
inside and just
maybe
take
his
the shot off his
injury.
right foot, that was the yeah. Ever since his injury, we've just never seen that. We don't see that from him taking on a player one-on-one
Yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
cut
where
inside,
we've
and then
seen
shoot
Mount
with his right
improve.
foot, side net.
Mount's finishing
Alright,
wasn't
here's
too
the thing,
good as
we
well.
haven't-
He's not there.
Mount's
Right,
finishing
Fabio,
wasn't too
Fabio
good as well.
CFCRS. I've got other people trying to get in. What do you want to say lastly?
I was gonna say that, yeah, that's yeah, go on.
You go. One of you go.
No,
and
you
go on,
go on,
Fabio.
you go on.
I was gonna say Mount's finishing wasn't good as well previously, but he's improved on that, and we've seen him score a lot more goals now, especially under Tuchel, and that's what Shaw needs to work on if he wants to. That's the difference between players like Foden, Mount. They're improving their output now, and Shaw's output isn't good enough because, as we can see, the end product isn't good when he gets to those crucial moments. But yeah.
Fabio.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, you know what? Yeah, Cho may not have the greatest outputs for now, but I still have faith that within a year or two, if he gets that right experience and the right amount of game time, he'll be one of the best wingers like currently in the Premier League. I
You
have
know
no
what?
doubt about that.
People have been saying that since 2019, man. I'm kidding, man.
That's
Sorry,
what I'm saying.
2021, man.
Bro, like, you know what?
True.
You know what? People literally love to go off what's it called, youth team football.
Yeah.
Forget youth team football. Like whatever you
I
see
get that
there.
completely.
It's all about men's football. Maybe man needs to go on loan.
And you know what else I think is very interesting? I think it's the Timo Werner effect. Like when they're younger, their raw abilities, their pace, and their agility is more important. But when they get into the men's football and it's more organized and everyone's like has a scouting report on you,
Exactly.
you get found out.
The best example is Mason
All right.
Greenwood. He's a great talent, but you see this season, people know
He's
what his
dropped
strengths
off.
are.
Yeah.
Chop and then shoot. People are around him now. So it is obviously, as you said, scout report is deeper now.
Yeah.
All right, Fabio, CFCRS.
Right,
Thanks for
see you
coming on,
guys.
guys. I'm just
Thank
gonna
you,
rotate,
thank you.
okay?
Big
Thanks,
up,
guys.
big
Come
up.
on again, as always.
You know, guys. I think a lot of
Go ahead.
fan base have overhyped Callum Hudson-Odoi, and because of that 80 million price tag, that maybe he was going to go to Bayern Munich and this whole
They
thing.
will never go to pay that. They
No,
will
I
just
know, I
offer
know.
it so Chelsea will start negotiating.
I don't know if it
You know,
was
the
true.
thing is, we need to get away though as fans. We need to get away from this thing where if we have youth players, we think they're going to be the best player like in the world. You know, we just need to think. Okay, some youth players can make it, some don't, and we just need to maybe develop. Yes, what Kai said before. we're not the kind of club that will give Callum Hudson-Odoi years to develop into a team. If we bring someone else like a Grealish maybe, or maybe even a Sancho or some other type of winger who can he adapt to, he can play second behind him. He's not ready yet to start game after game because we all know he's not that consistent, and maybe he looks like maybe he's not mentally there yet as a mental.
People have been telling me since 2019 that next season is gonna be his fucking season, man. I'm still waiting, man. I'm getting older and older, and still, man, nothing.
20, he is 20. He is 20, and the Premier League is probably the toughest league.
Yeah, but
if he went to Bundesliga now, I think he would be doing quite well. I think it's just starting up as a youngster.
My man would do well in Bundesliga.
Huh?
My man would play well in Bundesliga, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true. What I think for any youngster to like,
even Tammy,
the things that mount,
it's not go that far, Andrew. It's not go that far. Man.
Yeah,
Batshuayi scored 20 goals, bro. Come on, guys.
The thing about
Alex, finish what you're going to say.
No, I just want to say, like, look, it's rare for like youngsters. Like, you know, Prem is not an easy league, you know, and especially for young, like, you know, Mason Mount and Foden that, you know, have been, you know, great and they've broken through within the league and stuff. Even like look at Foden, like how he's developed into a player and into a Prem. Yeah, I mean, it's just we need to give these players a bit of time. But I'm kind of the biggest critic. I think he's a bit. Sometimes, man, like we all know how talented he is, and you think sometimes where the hell is all that talent on? You know, so, I mean, he does things doesn't make any sense.
He has, and also one thing that pissed me off about him, he has no spine, man. Yeah, he's made out of jello, man. He needs to grab the games out of the back of the neck and just be like, I'm here. He need to position himself in the fucking team. Instead, he's on and off, man. He
tries too much. Just like go and play how you used to play when you were in the youth team, where like you just have no feel. Like do you guys remember when it was under Sarri and this is when he started coming up and we were playing in a rough league and he was just running at players and going at players and there was this true kind of excitement of playing. Yes, he had an injury, but I feel like
you know what is Alex? You know what is
Alex is a style. It's the style's different.
The style's different. I agree. But I feel like we've lost that bit. I don't know. Sometimes I see him.
It's like he's trying to bring his street ball up to the Premier League, and it's just.
Man, it's just. But look, I still love him. I still think he's a great player.
Yeah.
You guys are using too strongly, man. The word love is easily thrown around.
Do you guys remember when your kids used to play World Cup? That's what Callum Hudson-Odoi trying to play in the Premier League. You know, single World Cup. You know,
the players is appreciated.
You know what though? If he becomes available on the transfer market, every top club will want to sign him.
Yeah.
Who?
Barcelona would be interested. Madrid would be interested. All these clubs would be interested straight away.
AC Milan with their new ownership.
They're definitely taking. That's the thing I worry about.
I don't know if I buy that. You know, I don't know if I.
I'm the same as you, Slendz. I'm the same as you, man. I think we're a little bit overrating the kid, man.
Yeah, that's definitely the thing I worry about. Like
someone will take a gamble on him because he's that good. Like Juventus will be all over that.
Alexis, he isn't that good. I don't see anything. He reminds me of Cuadrado, man. He just runs and passes players and crosses, man.
He could either become like a Phil Walker who plays at Southampton or a Gnabry like a Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is, Alex? You know what? I've noticed, Cho, he takes less risks, you know, like instead of taking the man on, he'll pass it or he'll pass backwards. I've seen that happen too many times. I don't know what.
It's because he's not confident on his left foot, bro. He needs to get on that left-hand side and come in.
Alexis, that's a very sad story and it's very nice to hear, but the reality is we don't have time. We don't have time to risk.
No. You say without time, Kai. You say
comfortable, man.
Kai, you say we'd have the time for like Hudson-Odoi, but like I have a funny feeling if we get rid of him, he's going to become one of those top players. We just like, we used to have him like a De Bruyne or Salah or anything like that. We'll just be another player. If we do not get rid of him, but let him go, have a buyback clause because I think he will become something.
But look, guys,
I'm sorry, but But Kevin De Bruyne is disrespecting this fucking platform, man. If Adoi ever becomes as good as Kevin De Bruyne, man, I don't know.
I have the new Kevin De Bruyne. His name's Mason Mount, mate.
Money Mace.
Money Mace with a better trim.
Here's my thing about Cho.
What's
up, Hassan? Go ahead, Hassan.
I was going to say one last thing about the youth. On the real though, I think the fans need to accept that out of 100 youth players like the Gallagher, the Lewis Bakers, etc., only 1 or 2 will break through Chelsea. And I think it's only going to be. I think out of all of them, I think only Mason Mount, Reece James are the 2 that broke through. I don't think Gallagher's a 50-50 because I heard Tuchel might find it.
Nah, mate.
No, but I've heard that Tuchel once.
Guys are ruthless.
So basic.
I don't know.
Basic.
We'll see what happens with Gallagher, but here's the thing about Cho.
Right
now,
nice
Cho,
that's right, man. That's special about him.
Might as well sign Shakira. Allow it, man. Listen, man.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, if you're listening to this video right now, I'm telling you right now,
subscribe.
Subscribe first of all and like the video and join the chat because the link is in the chat. So go ahead and join us. But what I would say about Cho is that right now more than ever, I think it's time for Timo to sit on the bench for a bit, and we need to try someone else in the left forward position because it's not working with Timo. Timo's getting us assists, and that's nice every now and again, and you are putting the effort in, but we need more goals from more output from our forwards, and right now he's been slowly declining back into bad form. I think it needs to be Pulisic or it needs to be Cho, and if it is Cho, step up, show what you're made of. You're playing on the left side that you said you're comfortable in, and that is the opportunity to prove Kai wrong. So we'll see what happens.
You know, I agree with you. First of all, he's not going to prove me wrong, man, because I have heard you wrong. But like I said, everything's going to happen with Liverpool, which came. I said, like, City's going to win the league, which they did, or going to. But to your point, you know what's like my whole biggest issue with this? Because I know why he's like, I think Werner should be benched as well. But I know why Tuchel's persisting with him. Because Tammy Abraham, other than tap-ins, offers nothing, man. The guy has like the fucking body strength of a Scandinavian woman. I said it 1,000 times.
Bambi on ice.
I said it 1,000 times. And Giroud is just slow as fuck, man. It's like he's moving in slow motion, man. So the guy has like his hand tied. So I understand why he was Werner, because Werner at least he stretched the defense. He assists, and like you guys saw Giroud against Porto, like he wasn't even there. Like I remember the commentator was saying like 30 minutes in and Giroud didn't even touch the ball. So
but I don't get why I don't get why Tammy's even in the conversation, to be honest with you. Like
I wouldn't even talk about him.
As far as I'm concerned, he's left the club. He's no longer part of Chelsea, in my opinion. We're selling him. We are selling him. If someone tells me that we ain't selling him at the end of the season, I'm gonna tell them they're delusional, and I'm gonna tell them then they need to have a look at themselves, reevaluate themselves, and maybe take a minute. Because let me tell you now, how are you telling me that you want Bambi on ice? I would rather have Werner play. At least he has pace. Yes. At least he does assist. His passes, his creativity. There's something there. At least he's trying. At least he's trying. Bambi on ice. And do you know, hold on. I'm about to land here. Okay, so Bambi on ice is our highest goal scorer. He's our highest goal scorer. I'm sorry, have we forgotten about the 30 goals he actually fucking missed? Now, if you add those 30 goals that he hadn't missed, he'd be competing for the Golden Boot. But he's fucking not, because he fucking misses 30 goals this season. Look, I'm not asking for a miracle. I'm just asking him to have target practice and actually get it in the back of the net and figure out what the back of the net is. But he doesn't know what that is. Oh, so because he's our highest goal scorer, we should all be praising him. Man, he's missed like 30 goals. Am I being delusional? Am I genuinely being delusional? Or am I missing that point? That he has missed more goals than he's got in. That's not an impressive stat. Just like Pulisic has had more birthdays and injuries. Let's not go there.
Is this classic?
Sorry.
Man. All right, you know what, classic, have a platform.
I think that is so harsh. All players miss more chances than they score. Every striker misses more chances.
Werner is a prime example of
But
that.
Timo Werner's big.
Because no one. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the difference is that Tammy Abraham didn't have a problem. Tammy Abraham didn't have a problem getting goals in last season, but now he's got an issue getting goals in. This isn't his first season. This is Timo Werner's first season. He's moved from the Bundesliga. This is his first season, and we're having to go at Abraham, who's been in the Premier League all his fucking life.
Kai, go first, and then let me make a point for Tammy.
I know you don't like him. I know.
Charlotte, we're on your side. None of us
Anyone trying to like beat up on the other side of me is gonna get like crazy.
I don't think anyone here is that.
No, but okay. I'm not on the other side, but I just have.
Slendz, don't do this to me, Slendz. Please don't.
Let me just say, listen. For me, like for you to say Tammy's better than Timo, Timo's better than Tammy, I don't see that, to be honest with you. I think they're both crap, bro. I'm sorry.
I agree, Slendz.
I'm not going to big up one guy and put. They both need to go. They both are shit. But the one thing Tammy does is that he scores against his lower league teams that Timo Werner doesn't even do. I'm sorry, bruv. He scores the goals against the West Hams and all that. But Timo doesn't even do that for me. So, listen, they're both shit. But I'm not going to bring up Tammy and bring down Timo.
I'm going to need to just say what I need to say about what Slendz says. Firstly, you just said he only scores against lower league teams. Yeah. Yes, because he's championship material. He's championship material. He's championship material. Hold on. No. Second point. You said about Werner. Just remember, this is his first season.
It doesn't matter.
No. Hold on. No. Because you do have to adapt in the front of the Bundesliga. You can't just magically come here. Look at Drogba. Drogba's first season wasn't good, and I'm not comparing. I'm just saying. Look at good players. There is capability. No. There is capability of him actually becoming a great player. But you can't just rule him out and say he's his first season, man.
Let me respond to you. I'm not ruling him out. What I'm saying is, as a player, when Timo Werner misses open goals or misses clear-cut chances, it has nothing to do with adjusting. It's not about adjusting to a new league. That's number one. That's you're low on confidence. Number two, he's a very limited striker, right? Can he play as a lone striker up front? No. Can he play as a left winger? No. So Timo Werner gets the same criticism for me. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying keep Tammy and make him our number one striker. That's not my point. I'm saying Timo is just a shit. That's all I'm saying.
But I feel like my point is that it came across like you were saying that like
no, of course not. Of course.
But my point is that I would like to see what happens with Werner next season. Am I saying in January we could be having the conversation you're saying with Tammy that we need to get rid of him?
We need to buy a striker anyways.
But no, as far as I'm concerned, I'm ready for a striker. But what my point is that like we can't be ruling him out. Yes, we give him till January next year to see if he actually turns up in the next season. Otherwise, he can go too. I have a list of players. Everyone knows I have a list of players ready to go. Jorginho is number one on that list. I'm sorry. How did that man get man of the match? I'm sorry. How did that man get man of the match?
He wasn't bad though against Porto.
No. I'm sorry. Just the three passes and the three good passes and the one assist, and he's get man of the match.
No, but
I'm sorry. No. What I'm saying is, for me, Mason Mount played better on the pitch than Jorginho.
I think Reece
James did. Reece James. Where was Reece James' nomination?
Yes.
Actually,
Charlotte, can we stick to 1 point? Can you talk about 1 point and then move to another point?
Please don't tell me what to do, mate. I'll do what I want to do. This is no filter. I'll do what I want to do. And until Kai kicks me out, I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do until Kai kicks me out. This is Kai's channel. You're not the boss, hun. So you can pipe down. Sorry. I'm gonna talk about many points and as much points because everyone knows I ain't gonna shut up. So let's have this conversation later.
Why the fuck do I get Kazi and Charlotte all the time, man?
Well, I mean,
I came to this stream minus Charlotte, and I got Charlotte. I came to Monster stream minus Kazi. I got Kazi.
Actually, just to clarify something, I was on this stream first. If you don't like that, there's a leave studio button.
I was actually with you with Werner.
don't even chat shit to me. Like, I'm sorry that I actually am a realistic.
I was actually with you with the Werner thing, and you moved to Jorginho. And I want to
that. I'm speaking random. I'm telling everybody my opinions. I'm allowed to do that. It's called KH, no filter. There's no filter involved. If you don't like that, you should probably leave the screen.
All right, then let's stick to one topic then.
No, I'm not going to stick to one topic. You're not telling me what to do. You're not me ma'am. You're not me dad. So please, no one tells me what to do. My name is Charlotte Strong. So pipe down, hon.
Can we get back to the debate? Like,
yeah.
This is not a fucking Love Island or Aztec Highway or your Aztec. This is not a Big Brother.
What?
We're not in Big Brother UK, are we?
What is going on?
You're behaving like fucking Jama College.
Oh man.
I just wanted to make a point about Tammy.
So basically, what you're telling me is that I'm a fat gobby twat. Yeah? Cool story. I see you out here. Don't play me. The next time you call me that, I will annihilate you with my words. Don't play with me. That's not funny. That's offensive.
You're not even fucking body shaming you. I said you are talking like Jama College. I'm not a body shaming.
Piss off, mate. Piss off.
Yeah. Man, you bring sexism and body shaming so fucking easily.
Let's not.
Let me disrespect.
What is happening? What is
talking about Tammy so
disrespectful? But like,
and everything was fine, and then just all with the shit.
Everything was fine until he turned up. Everything was cool until he turned up.
Hey, I got something to say about Tammy. Tammy.
Moshe,
You wanted to have an argument.
Can I go and then me?
Wait.
Marshall, carry on. Marshall, you carry on, hon. Marshall, you carry on.
I honestly thought Classic came in to roast me or say something to me, and then we were having a nice conversation about Tammy, and then Charlotte would ballistic on every that we have, and now this. Oh my god, man! But yeah, Slendz,
it's Friday night. Why are you lot so angry today?
We're somehow gone to Love Island. I don't know.
What did you say? Sorry.
I never knew you were glasses, man.
Just
let's
keep it just that. We don't need to go.
Yeah, let's keep it football, man.
Anyways, about Tammy, listen. Look. I don't want Tammy either. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's Chelsea material. And if he goes, he goes. If we sell him, we sell him. Great, fantastic. And if he wants to stay, he can stay too, because I think he's valuable as a squad player. But here's the thing about Tammy. And I'll say this right now. We all recognize him as a tap-in Tammy. He makes tap-in goals. He's not impressive with his goals. I will say one thing about Tammy, where he is missed. Do you guys recall how many times we've had those crosses across the box and no one is there to tap him in? It happened during Porto.
Yeah.
It happened during Porto,
man. I don't want
it happened during Porto, and in the back of my head, I'm thinking, maybe if Tammy was there, maybe he's there to finish it, because he does stay in the box. He is in there for those opportunities.
Tammy would have been
Maybe. Look, I'm just saying. You know what tends to happen with these debacles where Tammy starts coming up on the media, or any player comes up in the media, and then Tuchel's is questioned about it. They end up playing the next game. It happened to Cho. It happened to Timo. It happened to Ziyech. Look, I think there's a chance, and right now with Werner, it's not working. We all admit Werner is not working right now. We need to try other things, whether it be Giroud, whether it be Pulisic, whether it be Cho, whether it be Tammy. I think if Tammy gets the opportunity, we'll see what happens. But there is now more than ever, I think we should try Tammy.
Can I have my 2 cents?
Can I answer that? I just want to quickly answer that. You say try Tammy. This is why people keep saying that. That's what people keep saying. Try Tammy or Giroud. Werner is not even playing lone striker. He's playing on the left, and them two can't play on the left side anyway. So that's the reason why he's playing a lot. He's playing on the left forward.
Giroud is a winger, man. Jesus Christ.
Can I have a point?
No, that's what I'm saying. He's not a winger. And not Tammy. What's his name?
No shit,
Werner is playing on the left side, and them two can't play on the left side, so he ain't getting dropped.
Listen.
Let Classic land, guys. Okay, just let it land, all right?
Listen, the Werner and Odoi, they have a huge market in every top team, because they can play on wings, and they can cut in, right? They are modern footballers. Tammy, I don't know if his topic is even important because he's not for Chelsea. He's not for top team.
Classic.
All right.
I underestimated you, man.
Listen, we were talking about Odoi, like his performances this year or the last year. It doesn't matter. The guy can cut in. He is fast. We need to have at least 5 and 6 wingers. The modern game demands distribution from wingers. Werner played with Alonso and Chilwell. Tuchel hasn't had a chance to buy someone yet, right? We need to wait for Werner. And listen, we're talking. There was a guy called Daniel. He said like, "Oh, Bayern Munich won Champions League last year. Lewandowski was a striker." I said strikers are overrated. Strikers are dead. Lewandowski does Havertz thing, right? He does Mount thing too. Lukaku does Havertz thing, does Mount thing. Haaland does Havertz thing, does Mount thing. That's why they can afford in Bayern Munich. They can afford Gnabry on the wings. They can afford Koeman in the wings. They can afford Sane on the wings. In Inter Milan, they have Lautaro Martinez on the wings. Alexis Sanchez is actually playing on wings, and they have other couple of players who are playing the wings. In City, Phil Foden was a fucking striker. Pep converted him into a winger. For the next season, we need at least 3 more wingers because Pulisic is injury prone and Ziyech is 29, 28. So they are not making into Chelsea next year. I think so. Maybe we need at least Grealish, and we need to keep Werner and Odoi because they are wingers. So they have a market.
Would you get Sancho?
What we don't need to keep is Havertz or Mount. But Mount is performing. If we have Haaland or Lukaku, if we sign one of them, that one person can do Havertz or Mount job too. And this whole debate about Jorginho is shit. Listen, Jorginho is our CDM. Distribution is not supposed to be anymore with CDM. That is 2016. That's gone. Barcelona failed Champions League because they were playing with the old system. They got found out. Yes, listen. What happened with one more point. Listen. What happened with Munich? Lewandowski was out. They got found out by Neymar and Mbappe, the guys who play from wing. And Icardi is not a fucking striker. He can actually hold defenders too. So that's what I'm saying. Werner needs to be in the team. Odoi need to be in the team. And we need to actually move out from 2016. We don't need a fucking striker only. We need someone who can hold the midfield too. The defenders too. So we need more people from wingers. We need to replace Chilwell. We don't need to replace Chilwell, but we need to have at least someone who can have, alternative to Chilwell because the season is fucking long. We need 2 left backs. We need 2 right backs. We need 2 left in the middle. We need 2 in the right in the middle. We are so We are sorted in the middle. We have Billy Gilmore, we have Odoi, we have Kovacic.
You have 4 points there. Kai, please respond.
Yes. First of all, I want to ask a question. Like, which winger would you get? Would you get Jadon Sancho?
Sorry, can you ask me again?
Would you get Jadon Sancho?
Sure. If we can.
What would you do with Pulisic, man?
Listen, Pulisic is injury prone.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can have him or not. We need at least 5-6 wingers. We cannot do it with 3-4 wingers.
What are we gonna do with 5-6?
We can't buy three wingers at one time.
How can you manage 6?
Hey, Class F wants to play 6 wingers at a time, mate. That's what
buy a whole other Chelsea, dude.
Class F. So what
I'm talking about defensive wingers and attacking wingers. Listen, that's
wing back. Oh, right, wing back.
Oh, wing backs. Okay.
What the fuck? You wing backs.
Did you say you want 2 right backs?
No.
Yeah,
He's on about wing backs. He's on about.
We have Reece James. Adoy can also play on that position, but he doesn't.
We're not
need
playing
to.
wing backs next season now.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
I'm pretty sure Tuchel said he's going to go back to forward back next season.
He didn't
I'm pretty sure he's.
That's not possible. Name me a
I'm
single
pretty sure he said
Champions League team right now who's playing with the fucking 2016 system.
What is the 2016 system, man? I'm still like, what is that?
Wait.
I think he's referring to the
When Barcelona
system.
used to fucking win everything. Real Madrid used to win everything.
But Classic, that's just something, right?
Classic. Well, I've got a question for Classic. So, do you think?
Yeah, you go
Don't
first.
we need a midfielder who can? At the moment, our passing is so bad in those positions where we have to make those key passes or those like kind of 30-yard passes for Werner to chase over the defense. Jorginho can't do it. Kovacic can't do it. Neither
He
of
doesn't need to. He doesn't need
The
to.
only player who can do
Yeah,
it
exactly.
sometimes is really.
He doesn't need. I'll answer you. I'll answer you. Listen, I'll answer you right now. Nowadays, everybody is playing lower block, right? So Jorginho and Kovacic, all they have to do is pass back to Rodrigo or to Christensen or to Aspie, and then they pass to Chilwell or the winger, and then the wingers, the defensive wingers, they are supposed to do the distribution.
Yeah, but
So
like that.
we just need one of attacking midfielder. That would probably be a Mount or a Havertz. They both cannot play at the same time.
Can I add something to Alex's point? Like Man United, right? They have a Bruno Fernandes who could take risks, who could pick our ball, pick our killer ball. All of our teams, like if you look at our title-winning squad, our Champions League winning squad, we've had the midfielders who could ping a killer ball, like Lampard who found Ramirez. So
I've got answer for you. I've got answer for you. Bruno, listen. I've got answer for you. Bruno, listen. Listen. Wait. Bruno is actually scoring goals because they don't have a striker. Martial is a winger and Rashford is a winger. They don't have a striker, so they have to use Cavani sometimes. And when they use Cavani and Bruno together, they don't win matches, do they? So Bruno is actually playing a striker and a midfielder. He's doing a Lewandowski, Haaland, and Lukaku. That's why he's getting the goals.
People, don't talk over each other. Don't talk over each other.
Let Sam.
All right.
Yeah, go on, Sam.
So I was gonna say, if Bruno Fernandes was in a consistent team like City, or if they had quality players like City, Manchester United, would they now won the league with Bruno Fernandes in the squad?
Listen, City already have Gundogan. They don't need Bruno.
Yeah. No, but they got a player like De Bruyne who's picking up passes. They got a player like De Bruyne who can feed the players for tap-ins, which is why they're winning the league and they're going progressing.
Listen, they have that player. Okay, I get you. We can also get Bellingham. Okay, right now, Jorginho is still 29. Okay, Kovacic is 20. Yeah, listen, Bellingham can attack and defend what KDB can do, right?
He's too young.
So if he comes,
question. Quick question before you go on. So, what kind of system do you want us to play? You want us to play 3 at the back with
4-4-2, bro.
What does he want? Can you tell him what kind of formation do you want? I want to understand. So you want to have 3 at the back with 2 wingers and no striker. You want to play a false 9? Is that what you're saying?
I would like to have a striker, but the striker has to be able to do Havertz's job.
So what do you
Havertz is the extra man. And I'll put a guy on the wings.
So like a Harry Kane, for example.
No, but what does he want Havertz sold then if you want someone to do Havertz's job?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Why do you want Havertz sold? He can play striker and he can play cam.
But he can't. He's not performing.
So what do you mean by Havertz's role?
When you say he's still young.
Would you have Havertz or would you have Lewandowski? Would you which one of would you have?
That's the easiest question in the world. Would you
have Lukaku or Havertz?
Oh my god, bro! I'm getting a migraine. Listen.
That's not fair. That's not fair. I can't do that.
Oh god.
No, listen. You said. You said. Listen. Listen. You said Werner is not a striker. Werner is not a left winger. Actually, Werner is a left striker, left winger. He's not a striker. And the goals he scored in Bundesliga, 28 goals, that was just a bonus. He missed 30 more than 30 goals in Bundesliga. So his goals were not important. His goals were not important. He's not he's actually too good for Chelsea right now. He's ahead of Chelsea.
Okay.
What?
When Tuchel have Listen, when Tuchel has all his signings, then Werner will work out.
We're done.
That's impressive.
That's it. We're done. It's going on. It's past. It's nearly midnight. I didn't realize what time it was. We're done. So last comment about tomorrow's match scoreline. Alex, let's start with you. Go ahead. No interruption, please, guys. Let's get this.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0. Cool.
Yeah. 2-0. Yeah.
Chelsea, hopefully, yeah.
to Palace. Palace, yeah.
Sorry.
Because they're playing at home, man. That's what I'm saying.
Sorry, Andrew. I just want to say one quick thing. Do you guys? So in the next 3 matches, we have to manage Kante really well because we have Crystal Palace, Porto, and Man City. True. So where would you want to play Kante? Would you want to play him in this game, Porto's game, or Man City's? Because with Kante, we all know that we have to manage him. So what would be the best way to manage him in the next 3 games?
Well, go on, guys. Go on.
I would put him in Crystal Palace game, and I would bring him on bench in Porto game because we need to keep Kovacic and Jorginho fresh for the next.
Would you say maybe because Crystal Palace is going to sit back in tomorrow? Don't play Kante, play Jorginho and Kovacic. Once we get a goal, then maybe bring on Kante for 20 minutes. Because I think Kante against Porto is going to be so important.
Yeah.
I think maybe. I think we need Kante against Porto.
Maybe.
Just to see him out, because we need to sit back on Porto and not go on the counter because we got everything to lose in that game.
No, but I think it's also because Porto, with the 2 new players and stuff, also with the 2 players that are coming in. So I think let's rest Stephen Kante for Crystal Palace and play him against Porto. I think that would be the best for me. But that was just a question I want to throw in.
Yep. Okay. Classic, just comment about tomorrow's match, please. Don't make it too long.
Okie dokie. Have a nice day, guys.
All right, boss.
So you can make it. I'm not getting rid of it. Just do you want to make a prediction for tomorrow at all?
Listen, I don't do predictions, man. I'm just gonna say that we're gonna win.
You're gonna win.
Okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Come on, be
Hassan.
I want our team to make a statement, so I'm going 3-0.
Yes.
Real Chris?
I want our team to make a statement.
I'm not going to back down what I said earlier, so yeah, I'm going for a 5-1 win, weirdly enough.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Who goes in this man saying 5-1?
What? Yeah, I'm not saying I'm going to be right. I know we're going to win, that's about it, and I feel like it's going to be a 5-1 win. I don't know why. I could be wrong though.
All right, no, that's fine. Don't no one argue against it. Alexis, what are you thinking for tomorrow, mate? What are you looking for?
Can't discuss 4 goals, man.
1-0 win.
1-0 win. 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Charlotte, any prediction for tomorrow?
2-1.
2-1. Slendz?
Right.
Yeah, 1-0 Jorginho penalty, man. To put everyone in the mud again.
That would be so.
And me 2-0. Kai, any prediction for tomorrow?
3-0. Cover the chat, man.
Yes.
3-0. Okay. Let's. Anyone want to shout their socials?
He's only scored 2 goals in his life, man.
Hey, one of them is the one on the left foot and one is the right foot.
Perfect hat-trick.
Please follow these guys' socials so you can see them on the screen here. Cavcast View as well, YouTube, Strong TV on YouTube, Slendz Talks on YouTube as well. Also, this channel, we're close to 1,000 subs. Please follow us there. Thank you very much for coming on to the show tonight, guys, coming on. The chats, everything like that. The likes, thank you very much. Share this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Kai, take us out, please, my friend.
People, Take care of yourself. We will see you guys after. When we will see them, Andrew? Like, when are we doing a show again?
Sunday, maybe? Do you want to do Sunday or do you want to do tomorrow night?
Sunday I go to church, man. I can't.
Sunday?
I'm just joking. We'll do it Sunday. We'll do it Sunday.
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 Unless it's a church called.
Take us out, Kai, with your saying, please.
Take care, people. We'll see you guys later, man.